Hey, have you ever heard of the Villisca Axe murders? No? Well, let me tell you about this crazy, tragic case. It happened in 1912 in a small town in Iowa, and it's so chilling that people are still talking about it. Imagine a peaceful family tucked in their beds, and then, suddenly, 8 people are dead. But here's the crazy part, no one knows who did it. I know, sounds like something straight out of a horror movie, right? But this is real. And what's even crazier? The house where it all happened is still standing. And people say it's haunted. Therefore, it's no wonder that this mystery has captivated so many for over a century. Alright, so picture this. June 9th, 1912, in Villisca, Iowa. This town, it's tiny, about 2,500 people. And there's this family, the Moores. Josiah, the dad, is a respected businessman. His wife, Sarah, is kind and beloved. They've got 4 kids, nothing out of the ordinary. And that evening, they invite 2 young girls, Lena and Aina, to stay the night. Nothing unusual, right? They're just having a nice, quiet evening. Josiah reads them some scripture, the kids go to bed. It's like any other night. But that's where the normalcy ends. Because later that night, something evil lurked in the shadows. The killer entered the home, but no one heard a thing. Therefore, the family would never wake up to see the morning light. In the dead of night, around midnight, a stranger slipped into the house. It was silent, almost eerie. The killer, armed with an axe, attacked the sleeping family. He started with Josiah and Sarah, and then the kids. He didn't care. Yeah, the 2 visiting girls, they were killed too. He didn't just kill them, though. He covered their bodies with sheets. Therefore, when the bodies were discovered the next morning, it was almost like the killer had tried to erase the horror, as if it never happened. I mean, how crazy is that? The whole town wakes up to this horror the next morning. But the killer was long gone. Therefore, the investigation that followed would leave many more questions than answers. Now, here's the weird part. The investigation. Everyone in the town is freaking out, right? They want answers. The police searched the house. Nothing. No fingerprints, no blood trails, no signs of forced entry, no obvious weapon left behind. It was clean. Too clean. Therefore, it seemed like the killer had known exactly how to cover his tracks. They start pointing fingers at Frank Jones. He's a local businessman, and apparently, Josiah had a dispute with him over a business deal. Now, that could be motive, right? But here's the problem. There was no evidence linking him to a crime. Therefore, the case just couldn't go anywhere. So, the case goes cold, no one gets arrested, no one gets charged. Therefore, the mystery remains unsolved. So, here's where it gets unsettling. The house is still standing. It's abandoned now, but people still visit. And people say it's haunted. Therefore, it's no surprise that anyone who dares to enter the house feels a chill in the air. You've got groups of ghost hunters trying to capture evidence, and some of them claim to hear whispers in the dark, footsteps echoing in the halls, and, even worse, some people have felt cold spots, like something's there, watching them, watching you. And this EVP, it's enough to make anyone shiver. A voice whispering justice. Therefore, many wonder if it's Josiah Moore's spirit crying out for justice after all these years. So, over the years, there have been tons of theories. The biggest one is Frank Jones. People really think he did it because of the business deal. But others believe it could have been someone closer to home, a family member maybe, or even someone who had been watching them for a while. And then there's this theory that it was a random killer, someone who just snapped, someone from outside of town. The truth is, we don't know. Therefore, the case is still a mystery to this day. But one thing's for sure, someone walked out of that house that night. And to this day, we don't know who they were or why they did it. Even now, the Villisca Axe Murder House stands as a chilling reminder of that night. People still go there. Some go to uncover the truth, some go for other reasons. Therefore, the house has become a symbol, a landmark, and a place of dark curiosity. For those who were lost that night, the Moore family, Lena, Aina, they're still remembered, but their deaths, they remain unsolved. And the house, with all its eerie history, continues to stand as a monument to a story that won't be forgotten. So, what do you think? Do you believe it was Frank Jones, a stranger, or do you think something else happened? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm really curious to hear your theories. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on more creepy true crime stories. Until next time,
Let's dive into the chilling Villisca Axe murders of 1912. On that fateful night, the Moore family faced a brutal end in bed. The gruesome axe murders shocked the nation, sparking intense media frenzy. Law enforcement struggled to find leads, with no clear suspects in sight. Despite extensive efforts, the case remained unsolved, leaving many questions. The Villisca Axe murders continue to captivate true crime enthusiasts today. In August 2023, a new suspect emerged, reigniting public interest. Maven was named Ruth's killer, stirring outrage and debate among the public. This case highlights the importance of ongoing cold case investigations.